Okay, group one, in the beginning of your experience is kind of vague, for lack of a better word. It looks, quote unquote, like you have a lot of options, but in actuality, you weren't really like making a lot of connections. You might not feel like, well, anyone's first option. There have been a lot of false starts. Like with the people you've been speaking to, you don't feel like you don't really feel like there's any like funny business at hand. It's just you're struggling to make that link with people. You're very proactive though. Like you don't let yourself fade in the background. You actually make the effort to talk to people and see what type of relationship you all have. Like you're really looking for someone to, like someone you have a kinship with. No one you, well, nobody you talk to really gives you that fluttery feeling. Like there's no spark with anyone. At most, you just like fake it with someone, but it's very obvious to you that you don't mean it at all. I think over time you just narrow it down to two choices. This came from you deciding not to solely go off of sparks and passion and trying to think of things more logically. When it's time for you to make like your final selection, you will make the decision to choose no one and stay in Inferno simply because you're just not satisfied with your options and you would rather commit to, well, really not commit to either one in that moment. So, group two, you guys come in guns blazing with a pretty specific objective in mind. Almost instantly, though, you are met with a pretty precarious situation. You're not exactly sure what's happened or what's already happened, so you're more than likely a new person in this scenario. You feel like you don't have as much time to figure things out because, I mean, you don't, obviously. You just got there versus the original people who's been there from the beginning. So you kind of just, get in where you can fit in. You know how you know how there's like always, like one or two people in the season that has like the most options to choose from. I see you falling for that person. Like you enter the queue, so to speak, and you constantly have to be seen. Well, like fight to be seen within this dynamic. The others that you will be competing with, within this, you know, situation, with this one specific person, they fight to keep up appearances, but it's pretty clear that this situation weighs negatively on all of you. Yeah, so like you feel like you get overshadowed and that has you nervous, because you feel like if you can't grab their attention, then, your chances of being picked drops pretty drastically. You don't really know what to do in this scenario. You feel like, you're just running around and around with no plan. Your self-confidence has really taken a hit. Yeah. And like by the end, like you can't really get out of your head enough to make any further progress. So, ultimately you would be like left behind, stuck in Inferno. Hey, group three. So, in the beginning, for you guys, you would just naturally click with someone that you meet. It won't be the typical romantic gestures and the playing it cool and suave type thing. Your relationship is much more grounded and neutral than that. Y'all y'all could instantly give off this vibe to the other people on the island that you guys are set on each other. Honestly, for y'all, like, everyone else could start to fade in the background. Like, it's just you two there. There's not much to report here, honestly, like, especially in regards to, like, drama, because everything went so smoothly for you guys. Like, you don't have any other competition. There's no mind games or cocky attitudes. If anything, you guys can maybe face some pressure from everyone else about coupling up so early. They want you guys to be more open to meeting other people. I think they're especially saying this to your partner because up until now, they've been totally devoted to you. Like, no one else really exists for them. This doesn't necessarily create tension between y'all, but, like, it does make you guys want to take a beat before you display affection for each other. There's kind of like this unspoken agreement that you save the best moments for yourselves. This doesn't make you want to spend less time with each other, but you're just less willing to express that around the other people in Inferno with you. For you though, like, you personally feel like, well, you both feel like you got just like the luck of the draw. Like, for you, it's almost, you feel like it's almost shocking that, you know, you met this person because you feel like they seriously, like, they could have been like made for you, like, specifically. You guys are very sweet together. When you're with each other, you don't shy away from emotional intimacy and physical affection. Specifically with physical affection, you guys really love to hug each other. Yeah. It's very obvious to you and everyone else that you guys will leave Inferno together. So for this group specifically, you guys have a bit of an epilogue. You guys would end up dating in the real world. Like, on the island, you guys talked about your outside lives, and when that experience ends, you decide to continue getting to know each other and letting your romance bloom. So group 4, initially you might not have a lot of suitors. You have a very mature, matronly vibe, and this might not attract a lot of attention from potential partners. You're much better at developing friendships with everyone, so you don't really make a big deal about finding someone romantically. One person in particular you will get close to in this experience will be your closest confidant. This is the person you can be your most authentic self with. It's such an easygoing relationship that when it starts to take a romantic turn, it's almost imperceptible. What I feel like happens is as you guys get closer, you'll start to feel more appreciation and warmth for the friendship. And these positive feelings would slowly start to turn romantic on your end. And, like, for the record, you never gave up on getting partnered with someone. You just weren't going to dwell on it if it never happened. Something else to add is that although you have your eyes set on one person, the person you're interested in hasn't completely closed themselves off from other people. To be honest, it kind of feels like they want to see where they stand with other people first. And to be even more honest, it really looks like you're the only person that's really interested in them. The person you're interested in is transparent about their feelings, and you don't try to force them to stay or anything. You let them go do what they feel like they need to do. Everything feels pretty up in the air right up until the end. You have no clue where this could go. In the end, you guys would choose each other. It might look bad on their part for wandering around so much, but you don't take it personally. There's no hard feelings on your end. So at the end, you two would be all smiles leaving Inferno together.